Feeling that cost of living crunch? Labara are here to help.
All I want is great customer service and network, but for less.
That's why Labara gives you 15 gigabytes of 5G data and unlimited UK minutes and text for just £10 a month. Plus, no contract, change or cancel anytime.
An excellent customer service.
So what's stopping you joining the bill-busting revolution? Labara. More for less.
Half is fake, but everybody's singing along. It's okay, we'll all soon be gone. Hey, what's the matter with the bright red lights? Hey, in the moment when the world went blind.
Good morning, hello and welcome to day 6 of the British Summer Championships 2023. We are once again live from Ponsforge International Sports Centre here in Sheffield. There's me, still with you. I'm Liz Johnson, and today we have 2 heat sessions. This is session number 16 of 22. Just 2 days left here in Sheffield. But this morning, in the first session of heats, we have the women's 100 metres freestyle, the men's 200 metres individual medley, the multi-class men and women's 100 metres butterfly. Then it's the women's 400 metres individual medley. And following that, it will be the men's 50 metres freestyle, the women's 50 metres backstroke, and we will finish off the first heat session with the men's multi-class 50 metres backstroke. We'll then be back at 1 o'clock for the men's 800 metres freestyle, and they will be heat declared winner. As I said, this is session 16 of 22. We've been treated to some impressive action this week so far. Many of these swimmers have had very busy programs indeed, but they're still producing very impressive times. We had another good night of racing in the finals last night. So as we wait, the officials are just taking their positions on pool deck here in the venue, and we will be underway shortly with our first event. Our first event of the morning will be the women's 100 metres freestyle. There will be 12 heats of this one. These are the swimmers for heat number 1. There is your start list for heat 1. So we have 3 swimmers in this one. In lane number 4, it's Lily Green of Plymouth Leander. In 5, Eva Higginbotham of Swindon Dolphin, and in 6, it's Ruby Sims of Stockport Metro. All 3 of these swimmers competing in the 13 and 14 years age group category. And turning first at 50 metres, it's Higginbotham Swindon, 29.23 for her. Ruby Sims, 29.42 for Stockport Metro. And Lily Green of Plymouth Leander, 29.57 at the turn. The swimmer closest to us, that is Green of Plymouth Leander, having a good second 50 here. She's going a good stroke rate down this final 5 meters. And it will be Green that takes the touch. 1 minute point 81 for her. 1 minute point 98 for Higginbotham. And 102.39 for Ruby Sims. There are the results of your first heat, heat number 1. Here is your start list for heat number 2 of the women's 100 meters freestyle. In lane 0, it's Liberty Jones, Taunton Dean. In 1, Olivia McCall of Repton. In 2, Harriet Oldfield, Northumberland and Durham. Performance. In 3, Lily Della, Dartford District. In 4, Catherine Williams, Wickham District. In 5, Lois Child, Harrogate District. In 6, Grace Robinson, St Felix School. In 7, Emmy Sherrard, Torvine Dolphins. In 8, Ella Humphreys, Guildford City. And in 9, it's Alicia Stevens of City of Birmingham. Turning first is Robinson in 6, 29.16 for her, ahead of Oldfield in 2, and third at the turn was Sherrard in 7. Going well in 6 there, that is Robinson. She looks good. It's a battle neck and neck in 0, 1 and 2 for Jones, McCall and Oldfield. As we come into the touch, it will be Grace Robinson that takes the touch. St Felix Schools swimmer goes 1 minute point 70. Olivia McCall of Repton finished well. Take the second place touch with Liberty Jones of Taunton Dean in 3rd. Here are your official results of heat number 2. In 0, Olivia Minute goes for City of Peterborough. In 1, Edie Price, Mount Kelly. In 2, Olivia Mahoney of Cockermouth. In 3, Emma Hagberg, Guildford City. In 4, Evie Cutter, Wigan Best. In 5, Ada Treblinchevskaya of Chelsea and Westminster. In 6, Zara Coombe, Satellite of Macclesfield. In 7, Gabrielle Idle Beavers, Mount Kelly. 8, Natalie Moody, Swim West Lothian. And in 9, Fionn Humphreys of Swim Gwynedd. Turning first is Hagberg, 28.76, ahead of O'Mahony, 28.83, and Price, 29.04. So the leaders down in the bottom half of the pool. There you can see them in lanes 1, 2, and 3 in the early stages. Coming back well in 4 now. It is Cutter of Wigan Best, and also up in 6 and 7, Coombe and Idle Beavers. As we come into the finish, it will be the fast finishing Coombe that takes that one. Her returning split 30.37, the fastest in the field. Only swimmer in that heat to go under 1 minute. There are your official results of heat number 3. Here is your start list for heat number 4. In 0, it's Kerry Henny, Warrington Warriors. In 1, Skydra Valmontite of Shiverers. In 2, Morgan Pashley, Maidstone. In 3, Sky Austin Burrows, Rushmore Royals. In 4, Elizabeth Warner, City of Leeds. In 5, Katie Oliver, Aaron Trident. In 6, Emily Smith, Tonbridge. In 7, Eve Turnbull, Carlton Forum. In 8, Ava Wilson, Newhall School Swim Academy. And in 9, Sophie Palmer, Basildon Phoenix. Turning first, it is Valmontate. In 1 for Shiverers, 28.59 for her, ahead of Warner of the City of Leeds. In 4, who always has a fast second half of a race, and we can see that yellow hat of Leeds going well, but down in 1, still going well, is Valmontate as they come into the final stages of this one. And it will be Elizabeth Warner, fast finish there, 59.30. She came back in 30.41 on that second 50. Only swimmer to be in the 30-second mark on that one. And the only swimmer under a minute. There are your official results of heat number 4. Here's your start list for heat 5. In 0, it's Honor Fox for City of Cardiff. In 1, Sophia Kelly, Tadcaster York Sports Swim Squad. In 2, Anna Finley, Northumberland Durham Performance. In 3, Anna Murphy, Maidstone. In 4, Anna Farr, City of Leicester. In 5, Phoebe Arbuckle, Warren de Bars. 6, Emily Maxwell, Northumberland Durham Performance. In 7, Alice Young, Guildford City. In 8, Anna Tyres, Derby XL. And 9, Madison Wren, City of Liverpool. Over first at the turn, it's Young of Guildford in 7, ahead of Maxwell by 4/100ths of a second, and then down in 0, Honor Fox turned in 3rd position for Cardiff at the halfway point. That'll still go in there in 6 and 7 between Maxwell and Young. Those two out in front, going well at the top. Here's the Wrens of Liverpool. As we come into the finish, it will be Alice Young that takes that one, 58.98 for her, 59.21 for Maxwell. And Honor Fox holding on to 3rd in that heat, 59.72. There are your official results of heat number 5, our first sub-59 swim of the morning. This is your start list for heat number 6. In 0, it's Eve Wood, Orkney. In 1, Alexandra Nerney, Hatfield. In 2, Ellie Fries, Sutton and Cheam. In 3, Halle Harris, Poole. In 4, Francesca Baber, City of Cambridge. In 5, Lily Grover, the Roehampton School. 6 is Tegan Gale of Woking. 7, Elizabeth Land, Newcastle Swim Team. 8, Jessica Smelt of Kirklees. And in lane 9, Layla Weatherspoon of Heart of Midlothian. In 2, at the turn, it's Fries of Sutton and Cheam, 27.98 for her, ahead of Harris in lane 3 for Poole. And Nunny of Hatfield in 1. Coming through in lane 5, Grover of Wolverhampton School. Looking strong down this second 50. Still going well. It's Fries in lane 2. Coming to the final 5 metres. It will be Fries from Grover. Jessica Smelt finished quickly. And there are your official results of heat number 6. Dead heat there for Fries and Grover. Here's your start list for heat number 7. In 0, it's Anna Uren, City of Bristol. In 1, Jessica Lawton, City of Bristol. In 2, Julia Pavlik, Hillingdon Swimming Club. In 3, Ashley Drake, Warren de Bars. In 4, Rosie Richards, Rushmore Royals. In 5, Ariana Stokes, Northumberland and Durham Performance. In 6, Megan Higgs of Millfield. In 7, Mabel Hayes, Anaconda. In 8, Alice Folkavaya, City of Salford. And in 9, Lola Burns, Beckenham. First over in lane 1, it's Lawton, 28.52 for Bristol, 28.54 for Stokes in 5, and 28.59 for Higgs of Millfield in 6. Higgs going well now in that green hat of Millfield, just above the yellow lane lines, but still going well in 1. It is Jessica Lawton of Bristol. They'll come into the wall together, and the touch will go to Megan Higgs, ahead of Jessica Lawton, with Julia Pavlik in 3rd. Here are your results of heat number 7. Here is your start list for heat 8. Those swimmers will just be reset, and then we will get heat number 8 underway. Away this time, and in lane 0, it's Natalie Marshall, Swim West Lothian. 1 is Shola Robinson, City of Sheffield. 2, Leah Bowen, Mount Kelly. 3, Annabelle Pilgrim, Guildford City. 4, Caris Croak, Torvine Dolphins. 5, Hannah Capron, Brighton. 6, Bethan Cook, Chase. 7, Willow Harrison, City of Sheffield. 8, Molly Baker, City of Sheffield. And 9, Emma Wood, City of Leeds. Going well in 1 is Robinson. She does turn first, 28.12, ahead of Cook of Chase, 28.21. And Caris Croak, Torvine Dolphins, in lane 4, 3rd at that turn, 28.45. Capron of Brighton wasn't far behind though, and now coming through well in lane 5. That is the swimmer of Brighton. Still going well down the bottom is Robinson. It's very tight behind her, and it will be Robinson that touches in a 58.64. There is your heat winner. And those official results are confirmed. Bethan Cook 58.98, Molly Baker 59.01. Here's your start list for heat number 9. In 0, it's Kazia Citizen for Bromley. In 1, Maria Mischenko, University of Aberdeen. In 2, Ailey Robertson, South Ayrshire. In 3, Nicole Dupree, Millfield. 4, Annabelle Quinn, City of Milton Keynes. In 5, Jessica Hum, Bracknell and Wokingham. In 6, Grace Greenhalgh, City of Norwich. In 7, Catherine Renfrew, Perth City. In 8, Eve Doherty, City of Sheffield. And in 9, Izzy Blackhurst, Taunton Dean. over first in lane 5, 27.91 at the turn for Hum. Second was Greenhalf, and third Mishchenko down in lane 1. Mishchenko going well in this outside lane, but also going very well in 4 is Quinn, 5 is Hum, and 6 Greenhalf. They're leading the race in the centre. Coming back strongly in 0 is Titterton of Bromley. And the touch does go to Jessica Hum, head of that fast finish from Cassie Titterton. 30.14 was her split. Coming back, fastest of the race. And there are your official results for heat number 9. Jessica Hum taking that one for Bracknell. Here is your start list for heat number 10. In 0, Sophie Davis, Millfield. 1, Shauna Lee, Biggleswade. 2, Amy West, Stockport Metro. 3, Harriet Rogers, Loughborough University. 4, Rebecca Sutton, Swansea University. 5, Sky Carter, Basildon and Phoenix. 6, Flavia Camsell, Mount Kelly. 7, Clementine Lovell, Loughborough University. 8, Sophie Freeman, Guildford City. And 9, Sophie Ben, Mount Kelly. Out first in lane 5, Sky Carter of Basildon and Phoenix. She was the 50 freestyle champion in the 16 years age group. 27 flat at the turn for her. Just under half a second ahead of Sutton of Swansea. With Flavia Camsell of Mount Kelly third at the turn. Still, Carter is going well. Coming back down in lane 1 is Lee of Biggleswade. And as we go into the wall, it will be Carter that takes the touch. 56.68 for her, 56.91 for Shauna Lee. Excellent from lane 1. And there on the official results of heat 10, you can see that Rebecca Sutton just got the touch for third. Here is the start list for heat number 11. In 0, it's May Bradburn, Basildon Phoenix. In 1, Maria Romanovskaya, Repton Swimming. In 2, Laurie Devine, Repton Swimming. In 3, Georgina Pryor, Derby Excel. 4, Kate Clifton, City of Sheffield. 5, Jessica Podger, Loughborough University. 6, Holly Widows, Mount Kelly. 7, Sophie de Groot, Loughborough University. 8, Darcy Rivet, Guildford City. And 9, Alexandra Boulat, City of Lincolnshire, Pentaqua. Turning first, it's Clifton of Sheffield, 27.03, 3/10 ahead of Pryor in lane 3, and Devine of Repton was third at the turn by 4/100ths. Going well in 4 is Clifton. Coming back well in 3 is Pryor. At the moment, it's definitely Clifton leading the way. She won comfortably that heat, 56.01. Sophie de Groot finished quickly up in lane 7 to take the second place touch. With Podger also of Loughborough finishing third in that one. Here are your official results of heat number 11. Here is your start list for heat number 12. This is our final heat of the women's 100 meters freestyle. In 0, Annabelle Compton, Wickham District. In 1, Mia Slevin, Loughborough University. In 2, Amy Monks, the Royal Wolverhampton School. In 3, Jana Spinner, University of Bath. In 4, Erin Little, Mount Kelly. In 5, Jemima Hall, University of Bath. In 6, Isabella Hindley is not swimming. In 7, Beth Hall, Mount Kelly. In 8, Maisie Guilford, University of Bath. In lane 9, Libby Broder of City of Cardiff. Little turns first, ahead of Hall in 4 and 5. Up in lane 9, Broder was third at the turn for Cardiff. As we come into the final 25 metres, Hall has a very slight advantage over Little. And still going well at the top is Broder for Cardiff. As we come into the finish, it will be Hall that maintains that advantage, 56.67 to 56.83 of Erin Little, with Mia Slavin finishing well in lane 1 for third in that heat. Here are your official results of heat number 12. That concludes the 100 metres freestyle heats this morning. The swimmers will be ranked in their age groups and they will have their respective finals this evening. The swimmers are ready for the next event. Our next event is the men's 200 metres individual medley. There are 12 heats of this one, and this is heat number 1. Here is your start list. Just 2 swimmers go in this one. In lane 3, it's Wilfred Lee of Millfield, and in 5, Roger Davis of Soundwell. They are both swimming in the 14-15 year age group. As we come into the first turn, it is Lee leading the way, 28.65 ahead of 28.94 for Roger Davis as they move on to the backstroke. There'll be 12 heats of this one. So both of these athletes looking to put down a quick time. 2:18.35 is Wilfred Lee's time of entry. He turns first in 1:04.45, 35.8 for that backstroke leg. Roger Davis, 36.94 for his backstroke, turning in 1:05.88. So Wilfred Lee there pulling away on the backstroke. Both these swimmers have a good breaststroke. Roger Davis with a very long stroke there. There's not a lot in this. For Wilfred Lee will turn first, 1:43.99. Roger Davis clawed back some ground there, 1:44.64. His split 38.76 to Lee's 39.54. But as we move onto the freestyle, Lee already opened up that advantage once again. Roger Davis, 2:18.18, his entry time. But Wilfred Lee will be the swimmer that stops the clock, 2:15.92, 2:18.07. Both swimmers inside their entry times. Roger Davis by 11/100ths. Wilfred Lee by 2.5 seconds. So there are your official results of heat number 1. Here is your start list for heat number 2. In lane number 2, it's Santino Del Real, Chelsea and Westminster. In 3, Max Higgins, Millfield. In 4, Ben Uff, Mount Kelly. In 5, Lachlan Beasley, Altrincham. In 6, Archie Dandy, City of Leicester. In 7, How How She, City of Sheffield. Going down into Del Real. Down this butterfly leg. He will turn first, 28.15 for him. Next over was Lachlan Beasley and Dandy and She in 6 and 7, turning together 29.03 after that butterfly leg. But there is your early race leader, Santino Del Real of Chelsea and Westminster. They're having a good meet. Coming through well in lane 5 is Beasley of Aldringham. He's having a good backstroke leg here. But at the halfway point, it will be Santino Del Real that leads the way, 101.82 for him. Lachlan Beasley is in second position. Archie Dandy of Leicester right on his shoulder, 1 lane up, turning in third. Swim from Leicester, Dandy looking good down this breaststroke leg. Just edging ahead there of Lachlan Beasley. Del Real still out in front at the bottom of your picture. He will turn and head home first, 141.48. Beasley did get the second place touch by 18/100, but Archie Dandy did put in a good breaststroke. As we're on to the freestyle though now, Beasley has the advantage. Dandy working hard, but there's no doubt about who's going to take this heat number 2. He's led from start to finish. It will be Santino Del Real, 2:12.72. Over 4 seconds inside his entry time to take that first position touch. 2:14.95 for Beasley. Dandy, 2:15.07 to touch third. There are your official results of Heat 2 of the men's 200 meters individual medley. Here's your start list for Heat 3. In 0, it's Jacob Barnett, Northumberland and Durham Performance. In 1, Thomas Wonfinden, City of Leeds. In 2, Guanming Guo, City of Manchester Aquatics. In 3, Jacob Light, Northumberland and Durham Performance. In 4, Patch Robinson, Team Ipswich. In 5, Nicholas Land, Newcastle Swim Team. In 6, Finley Richardson, Guildford City. In 7, Logan van der Meulen, Stirling Swimming. In 8, James Page, City of Birmingham. And in 9, Harvey Pike, Streeton District. It's Guo of City of Manchester that turns first, ahead of Wolfenden in lane 1 for the City of Leeds. Going well at the top. In 9 is Pike of Streeton District on his backstroke, and also having good backstroke leg here. In 7 is Van der Meulen of Stirling. Coming through strongly towards the end of this backstroke. In 3, it's Jacob Light. He turns first, 103.51. Ahead of Van der Meulen, just ahead of Nicholas Land, with Guo turning in 4th, but there was less than 0.4 of a second separating those 4 at the halfway stage. And now that we are onto the breaststroke, you can see that white hat in 7 of Van der Meulen leading the way, but coming through strongly, 1 lane closest to us. In 6, it's Finley Richardson of Guildford City. He's having a great breaststroke here. He's up on the shoulder in line with Van der Meulen, and it will be Van der Meulen that turns first, just ahead of Richardson, with Patch Robinson of Team Ipswich in lane 4 coming through well on that breaststroke. He's in the blue hat there, and now you can see it is in 7 Van der Meulen going well down this freestyle. Everyone's coming back well. In 1 is Wonfinden of Leeds. as the positions change, but it will be Logan van der Meulen of Stirling that takes the touch, 2:14.92. Pax Robinson, the strong second half, to touch second, with Finlay Richardson in third position. Here are your official results of heat number 3. Here is your start list for heat number 4. In 0, Alexander Andrews, Mid-Sussex Marlins. In 1, Hugh Mason-Williams, City of Birmingham. In 2, Matthew Hamilton, Plymouth Leander. In 3, Jamie Gray, Plymouth Leander. In 4, Jacob Brown, Tadcaster York Sports Swim Squad. In 5, Finlay Pope, Stockport Metro. In 6, Edward Ormsby, City of Cambridge. In 7, Oliver Greaves, Wrekin. In 8, Henry Norman, Bromley. And in lane 9, Marcus Haig, Wickham District. Hamilton of Plymouth Leander turns first, just 1/100th ahead of Andrews in 0, with Hugh Mason-Williams of Birmingham in third after that butterfly. So the action there initially coming from lanes 0, 1 and 2, but now going well in the centre. In lane 4, Jacob Brown of Tadcaster. He is now up in line with Jamie Gray, who's also having a good backstroke here, and it will be Gray who leads at the halfway point. 32.76, the split there for the backstroke for Jamie Gray. Jacob Brown going over second. And Finlay Pope of Stockport Metro turned third at the halfway point. So all change after the backstroke, as we're now onto the breaststroke and going well for Cambridge. In 6, it's Edward Ormsby. He now heads the front, leads the way. Going well in 5, Finlay Pope still for the Stockport Metro squad. Still having a good swim is Hugh Mason-Williams down in lane 1. So Ormsby turns first, Mason-Williams second, and Jamie Gray of Plymouth Leander in third after the breaststroke. So this one keeps changing at the front. There's your shot is Ormsby. He's leading the way. Charge coming back down the bottom from Mason-Williams. Still going well is Gray of Plymouth Leander, and in 4, Jacob Brown of Tadcaster making his way back into this one. But it will be Edward Ormsby that wins the heat after that superb breaststroke leg set him up for the freestyle. There is your heat winner. He's happy. And there are your official results of heat number 4. Here is your start list for heat number 5. In lane 0, Daniel Ransom, City of Leeds. In 1, Jake Chesworth of Maxwell. In 2, Tyler Tomes, Chelmsford City. In 3, Tom Hawkins, Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. In 4, Nikita Charakin, Thurrock Swimming Club. In 5, Samuel Grimes, Wigan Best. In 6, Oliver Coville, Preston Swimming Club. In 7, James Burnett, Warren de Bars. In 8, Mark Milburn, Enfield Swim Squad. And in 9, Gabriel Shepherd, City of Leeds. Nikita Charakin turning first in that centre lane, ahead of Grimes of Wigan Best in 5. And down in lane 1, Chesworth was third after the butterfly. Cherakin has a good butterfly and a good backstroke, so expect him to go well down this first 100 metres, which is exactly how this is playing out at the moment. Going well, still in 6 is Oliver Coville, but in 7, Warren de Bartes, James Burnett had an excellent backstroke leg there, 34.08 for him. second fastest 50 backstroke split of this heat behind our leader Cherokee. Going well already on the breaststroke. In 8 is Milburn. And working his way through the field. Hawkins in lane 3. You can just see the hat there. Actually, that's 2. Sorry, my apologies. Tomes, Chelmsford City, going well. He's had a good breaststroke leg here. Split 37.53. Quickest in the field by over a second on that breaststroke. But at the front still, it is Nikita Charakin. He swims in the 17 years age group. And he is going to take this one out. Behind him, the fight is on. Winning that at the moment in 8, it's Milburn of Enfield. But coming through in 5, it's Samuel Grimes of Wigan Best. Charakin takes it. Grimes second with Milburn third in that heat. That was a strong swim there from Nikita Charakin, as those official results do confirm that he is the winner of heat number 5. Here is your start list for heat 6. In 0, Daniel Fielder, Gloucester City. In 1, Luke Stevens, City of Leicester. In 2, Fergus Thompson, Mount Kelly. In 3, Aidan Orpin, Sutherland Sheen. In 4, Albert Branch, Sevenoaks. In 5, Oliver Dennis, Plymouth Leander. In 6, Toby Godsall, Bishop Stortford. In 7, Oliver Caddick of Chase. In 8, it's Luke Poulton, Wickham District. And in 9, Brody Gordon Gibson of Warren Baths. Gordon Gibson turning first after the butterfly leg. He's got a good underwater there on the backstroke too. 26.42 for him, ahead of Godsall. And Branch was in third after 50 metres. Gordon Gibson, a good turn, but going well now in 3. It's Orpin. That red hat of Sutton Sheen having a strong backstroke leg here. It's tight in the centre lanes. In 4, Branch is winning that battle. But over first, it is still Gordon Gibson up there at the top of the pool. 101.26 for him, ahead of Aidan Orpin and Oliver Dennis of Plymouth Leander was in third at the halfway stage. Breaststrokes bringing them all back together. Going well in 8 is Poulton of Wickham District. We're all working this breaststroke hard as Poulton hits the front of the field for the first time. It's going to come down to the timing of the touch, and it is Luke Poulton ahead of Toby Godsall. Good breaststroke from Godsall there, 38.73. The fastest in the field. As we now head for home with 25 metres to go on this freestyle. Going well down in 0. Daniel Fielder of Gloucester City coming back strongly. It will be between him and Godsall, and it will be Godsall that takes the touch to 11.94. 6 100ths ahead of Luke Poulton, with Daniel Fielder third to 12.33. There are your official results of heat number 6. Here is your start list for heat number 7. it's Jake Gaunt for Soundwell. In 1, James Robinson, City of Leeds. In 2, Leon Taylor, Shiverers. In 3, James Shevchenko, the Royal Wolverhampton School. In 4, Davy Unwin, City of Manchester Aquatics. In 5, Joseph Ashley, Warrington Warriors. In 6, Benjamin Fox, Wiltshire, City of Cardiff. In 7, Thomas Maskell, Northumberland Durham Performance. In 8, Zachariah Dale, Newcastle Staffs. And in 9, James Froggatt, City of Birmingham. Shevchenko turns first in 3 for the Royal Wolverhampton School, ahead of Maskell and Taylor. There is your race leader, James Shevchenko. No swimmer in 1. Going well up in 7 still is Thomas Maskell. Having a good backstroke here. So stroke for stroke in 2 and 4. It's Leon Taylor and Davy Unwin. Unwin turns third. But Shevchenko still in the lead. He turns in the sub 1 minute, 100 meters, 59.87 at the halfway mark for him. Thomas Maskell still in second, but now in lane number 2, Taylor of Shiverers having a good breaststroke here. Also in 5, Warrington Warriors, Ashley starting to come through on this breaststroke leg. We come into the final turn and most of the advantage has disappeared. Leon Taylor now leads 140.14 ahead of James Shevchenko, 140.40, with Joseph Ashley in third by 1/100th at that turn. But all to play for down the heat, down's final leg. For pride in this heat, going well at the top now, James Froggatt. He's come back into this in the closing stages. But the battle for the heat win will go to James Shevchenko, who definitely upped his stroke rate inside those final 5 meters. That's what got him the touch there. There is your heat winner. Remember, swimmers swimming in different age groups in the heats, but will be separated into their respective finals. That is your official result of heat number 7. There's your start list for heat number 8. In 0, it's Raheel Mahmood of Romford Town. In 1, Oscar Dodds, City of Leicester. In 2, William Godsall, Bishop Stortford. In 3, Olivia Verdun, City of Norwich. In 4, Jack Jenkinson, Skipton Swimming Club. In 5, Luke Clegg, Borough of Kirklees. In 6, Aaron Bessett, Royal Tunbridge Wells Munson. In 7, Tristan Lee, City of Cardiff. In 8, William Viney, City of Birmingham. And in 9, Chad El-Ghaziri of Mount Kelly. Jenkinson turns first in that centre lane ahead of Bissett and Godsall. They are your top 3 after the butterfly, but it's all still very close, going well. In 1 now down the backstroke is Oscar Dodds of Leicester. He has moved ahead of the chasing pack. Still at the top though in lane number 6, Aaron Bissett, Royal Tunbridge Wells, Monson. Looking strong, and he will lead at the halfway stage. 1 minute point 06 for him. Ahead of Dodds, with Viney of Birmingham now in 3rd position. Viney up there in lane 8. 1 from the top. Going well at the top, El-Ghaziri of Mount Kelly down this breaststroke. He's gone straight past Viney. He's looking excellent down this breaststroke, the swimmer from Mount Kelly. Also going well in 3, it is Verdun for Norwich. 36.10 was that split for El-Ghaziri to turn 3rd behind our race leader Bissett and Oscar Dodds. They were 1 and 2. There is Bissett behind him. Oscar Dodds and Olivia Verdun in a battle. Dodds looks to be winning that, but the heat will go to Aaron Bissett. The 15-year-old in this one, the youngest in the heat. Convincing swim from him there, and that is your official result for heat number 8. This is heat number 9 of the men's 200 metres individual medley. In 0, it's Llewellyn Porter, Camden Swiss Cottage. 1, Oliver Pope, Thanet Swim Club. 2, Daniel Jackson, Borough of Kirklees. 3, Robert Burgess, City of Glasgow. 4, Oscar Barlow, University of Bath. 5, Matthew Baker, West Suffolk Swimming Club. 6, Balin Ashton, City of Liverpool. 7, Cameron Rapson, City of Birmingham. 8, Finley Davis, Midlothian. And in 9, it's Thomas Wilkinson of City of Sheffield. Running first, down at the bottom of the pool, Llewellyn Porter. But there is the battle in the middle. All in a line, Burgess, Barlow and Baker in 3, 4 and 5. They now lead the way. Battle at the top between Ashton, Rapson, Davis and Wilkinson. So there's races within the race right now, still going well. In 0 and 1, it's Porter and Pope. But over first, it was Matthew Baker, 59.51, ahead of Oscar Barlow's 59.99, with Robert Burgess in third for Glasgow at the 100-metre mark. Stroke for stroke, down the bottom in 0 and 1, it's Porter and Pope on this breaststroke. But now just edging ahead slightly in 5 is Matthew Baker. Going well on the breaststroke, right at the top there, Wilkinson of Sheffield, and in 7, Rapson of Birmingham. They've brought themselves back into this as we turn onto the final 50 metres. And it's still Matthew Baker that leads now from Robert Burgess with Cameron Rapson and that fast 37.89 breaststroke leg, bringing him into 3rd position with 50 to go. As they go into the final 15 metres, it is Baker in 5 and Barlow in 4, battling this one out. Barlow finishing fast at the top. Also is Cameron Rapson with a great second 100 there. Barlow gets the touch by a 1/10 of a second to take out that heat. Oscar Barlow of the University of Bath. There are your official results of heat number 9. Here is your start list for heat 10. Nathan Wells of West Norfolk Swimming goes in 0. Charles Kershaw, Loughborough University in 1. David Annis, Royal Wolverhampton School in 2. Isaac Dodds, University of Bath in 3. Miles Drabwell, University of Bath in 4. Pierce Greening, University of Stirling in 5. Connor Cherrington of Millfield in 6. Lewis Maxwell of Northumberland and Durham Performance in 8. And Finn Brookhaven of Plymouth Leander in 9. Maxwell turns first up in lane 8. Ahead of Drabwell and Greening. Drabwell, that blue hat in the centre lane there of Bath, but going well at the bottom is Nathan Wells. Down this backstroke leg. Drabwell has put some space between him and Greening down this backstroke. It will be Drabwell that goes over first, 58.35. 4/10 ahead of Nathan Wells down in 0 for West Norfolk. with Greening in third at the 100-meter mark for Sterling. There is your current race leader. That is Drabwell, Miles Drabwell of the University of Bath. One lane closer to us is his teammate Isaac Dodds. But it is Drabwell that leads away 135 flat. Now Pierce Greening with a good breaststroke to bring him into second. And Connor Cherrington of Millfield, an excellent breaststroke from him to take third position at that final turn. Miles Drabwell looking good here at the front. There's a battle on behind him. Fighting through in lane 3 is Isaac Dodds, but it will be Drabwell that touches first from Pierce Greening, and Dodds does get the third place touch in that one, just ahead of Connor Cherrington. Miles Drabwell looked good there to take that heat victory, as those results are confirmed as official for heat number 10. This is your start list for heat 11. In 0, it's Charlie Broome, City of Leeds. In 1, Jonathan Turk, Mount Kelly. In 2, Henry Gray, Chelsea and Westminster. In 3, Alexander Casey, Loughborough University. In 4, Ben Harrison, Loughborough University. In 5, Luke Ibbotson, Loughborough University. In 6, Adam Graham of Millfield. In 7, Benjamin Twynham, Derby Excel. In 8, Elijah Kendrick, Swansea University. And in 9, Joshua Press, University of Stirling. Down in 0, Charlie Broome turns first after the butterfly for City of Leeds. Going well in lane 5, it's Ibbotson. And right at the top, Press of Stirling. Coming through well in 6, Adam Graham of Millfield. He's had a good backstroke here. It's close at the front. Ball change, as Ibbotson now leads at the halfway point ahead of Harrison, with Adam Graham in 3rd for Millfield and Alexander Casey just behind in 4th. To move on to the breaststroke already, the 3 in the middle have moved away, but also going well at the top. Joshua Press still for Stirling. So Alexander Casey going well in this breaststroke leg, but it still will be turning first Luke Ibbotson. It was Casey with the faster breaststroke, but Ibbotson already had the advantage, and it is the 3 Loughborough swimmers in the middle in your shot right now that are leading the way. There's really nothing in it between Harrison and Ibbotson, as Harrison looks to be finishing the stronger of the two, take the touch ahead of Luke Ibbotson and Alexander Casey. Just seeing Charlie Broome coming in to finish there. As those results are made official and are now confirmed on your screen. That is heat 11. We now move on to our final heat, heat number 12. Here is your start list. In 0, Jay Manners, Northumberland and Durham Performance. In 1, John Britton of Ealing. In 2, Andrew Jones, Wolverhampton School. In 3, Andrew Bertoli, University of Stirling. In 4, George Smith, University of Stirling. In 5, Angus Allison, University of Stirling. In 6, Freddy Bosk, Mount Kelly. In 7, Oliver Jones, Poole. 8, Simon Robson, York City Bars. And in 9, Matthew Rogers of Bromley. First at the turn, George Smith in lane 4 ahead of Andrew Jones with Andrew Bertoli in 3rd. They were your front 3 after the butterfly. Going well in 3 now. It is Bertoli on the backstroke. He leads the way at the moment, ever so slightly, but going well. 1 lane closest to us, it's Jones of the Royal Wolverhampton School. They will go into the back to breast turn together. And it's Bertoli that just gets the touch ahead of Jones, with Smith right behind them in 3rd. Now they're on to the breaststroke. Smith with that high stroke weight in the white cap. Coming level with Bertoli and moving into the lead in the second half of this breaststroke leg. Going well up in 8, it's Robson of York City. Down this breaststroke. And for Smith, that breaststroke length has made a huge difference. He turns first, 134.11 ahead of Bertoli, 135.74 with Angus Allison in 3rd. Smith looking comfortable down this final 25 metres. Bertoli currently in 2nd and working hard in 5 is Allison of Stirling also. So it will be the 3 Stirling swimmers that come in 1, 2, 3 in this heat. Smith, Bertoli, Allison. Fastest last 50 was Allison, 29.77. As that official result is confirmed for you, there is the result of heat number 12. That concludes the men's 200 metres individual medleys. Those finals of respective age groups will be in tonight's session, as we now move on to our next event, the women's multi-class 100 metres butterfly. Here is your start list for the women's multi-class 100 metres butterfly, heat number 1. In 0, Eliza Humphrey of Northampton. In 1, Connie Rately, Colchester. In 2, Imogen Dodds, Wellingborough. In 3, Rebecca Lewis, Rhondda Cunningham. In 4, Saskia Webb, Pembrokeshire County. In 5, Megan Willis, Torvine Dolphins. In 6, Amber Haycock, Northampton. In 7, Kira Filoni, City of Salford. In 8, Evie Lambert, Borough of Kirklees. And in 9, is Katie Pake of Carnegie. The 100 metres butterfly in the para swimming program is open to swimmers in the classification groups S8 and above. And turning first is Saskia Webb, 33.50. She leads the way in terms of time here. Over second, it was Megan Willis of Torvine, followed by Amber Haycock. Those two swimmers both swim in the S10 classification. Going well now in 3 is Rebecca Lewis of the Rhondda Cunningham. And in 1, Connie Rately. She swims in the S9 classification. Coming in to stop the clock will be Saskia Webb. We'll have to wait to see how everybody else's times convert to points. As Connie Rately finishes in 2nd position. 119.05. Rebecca Lewis, 119.60. 122.30 for Megan Williams. 123.90 for Amber Haycock. 125.12 for Filoni. 125.16 for Lambert. 137.97 for Paik. 128.32. Here are the official results. Unfortunately, there was a disqualification. The graphic doesn't show that it's a disqualification, but the board did. So that's why Connie Rately moves down to the bottom of that sheet. As we move on to the men's multi-class 100 meters butterfly, there will be 2 heats in this one. Here is your start list for heat number 1. Three swimmers in heat 1. Rowan Brennan of Basildon and Phoenix goes in 3. James Clegg, Edinburgh University, in 4. Jack Milne, University of Aberdeen, in 5. James Clegg in lane 4 was the bronze medalist in this one in London in 2012. He's taken a bit of a hiatus, but he is back. Rowan Brennan swims in the S10 category. The British record that he would be chasing, 57.48 of James Hollis of Loughborough. Turning first is James Clegg. The British record he is chasing is also the world record. And it is that of his brother, Stephen, 56.75. It's a fast one, and it is Clegg leading the way at the moment. And then in the S14 classification, Jack Milne swims. As we watch Clegg coming in to the wall. He'll stop the clock, 1:04.09. 1:04.85 for Jack Milne and 1:08.44 for Rowan Brennan. See the points there, the points do go to Clegg. 5:83 for Milne. 4:95 for Brennan. That's because the world record is 44.15 in Rowan Brennan's class. As you see those official results there. The world record in the S14 classification, 44.18. So some fast 100 meter butterflies around the world. As we move on, here's your start list for heat number 2. In 0, it's Akash Das, Oswestry Otters. In 1, Jacob Wood, Gloucester City. In 2, Matthew Scott, University of Aberdeen Performance. In 3, Joseph Greaves, Nova Centurion. In 4, Rio Rogers, Basildon and Phoenix. In 5, Owen Garsides, Kingston on Hull. In 6, Zach Sturgis, Bournemouth Collegiate School. In 7, Giorgio Oxby, Stockport Metro. In 8, Lewis Jones, Aaron Trident. And in 9, Scott Hadley of City of Coventry. First at the turn, Basildon and Phoenix is Rio Rogers ahead of Garsides and Greaves. Those 3 athletes all racing each other in the S14 classification, as is Matthew Scott, 1 lane closer to us, and Giorgio Oxby in lane 7. Going well. In 6 is Sturgis. Still, he's holding off the battle, but at the front, it is going to be Rio Rogers that stops the clock. We will have to wait for all swimmers to come in. Pitching now in 7. It is Oxby in 1:10.5. Matthew Stott's now home in 1:14. Jacob Wood 1:17.5. 1:21.37 for Akash Das. 1:22.02 for Scott Hadley. 1:17.29 for Lewis Jones. There are the results in terms of points. And Rio Rogers tops heat number 2. We now move on to our next event. It's the women's 400 meters individual medley. There are 12 heats of this one. And this is your start list for heat number 1. In lane 2, Janie Finch, City of Leicester. In 3, Isabel Hanley, City of Leeds. In 4, Juliana Babington, Plymouth Leander. In 5, Olivia Robbins, City of Birmingham. And in 6, Charlotte Hayden, Wickham District. Going well at the bottom at the moment, it is Finch of Leicester. Down this first 50. 30.97 for her at the first turn. 32.72 for Hayden for second. 33.76 for Robbins. 33.86 for Hanley. And 34.25 for Babington. Hayden and Hanley fairly close together, as are Babington and Robbins, but at the moment out in front it is Finch of Leicester as we come to the end of the butterfly. She'll turn first onto the backstroke, just ahead of Charlotte Hayden, who had a good second 50 there. 109.06 for Finch, 109.93 for Hayden, 110.18 for Hanley, 113.12 for Robbins, and 113.98 for Babington after 100 metres. Going well still at the top there for Wickham is Hayden. But Finch holding on to her lead at the moment. She'll turn first in the midway point of the backstroke. 40.62 split for her. 40.99 split for Hayden. 41.22 for Hanley. 42.87 for Babington to make up a bit of ground on Olivia Robbins, who went at 43.47. Robbins still ahead for now of Babington there in 4 and 5. But still leading at the front is Janie Finch. Her entry time was a 5:18.9. Isabel Hanley enters a 5:18.3. Juliana Babington 5:17.7. 5:18.2 for Olivia Robbins and 5:18.4 for Charlotte Hayden. As Finch holds on to the lead, 2:29.79, but it's getting cut right down by Charlotte Hayden. Now that we are on to the breaststroke, Isabel Hanley is up level with Charlotte Hayden. In 4 and 5, Olivia Robbins still winning the battle between her and Juliana Babington. As we come into the breaststroke turn, Isabel Hanley has had an excellent breaststroke there to bring her right back into contention. Babington swimming in the 15 years age group. The other swimmers in this run in the 13 and 14 years age group. Those ages are at the end of the year, come 31st of December, not necessarily their ages today. That has been the same for everybody all week. And now at the front, it is Handley. This breaststroke has been telling for her. It's been excellent. She hits the front for the first time. 4:02.31, 45.01. Her breaststroke split there. Ahead of Janie Finch, who had a 47.85 on hers. Babington had a good breaststroke. So did Robbins. To overhaul Charlotte Hayden. So they'll all change at the front. Isabel Handley leads from Janie Finch, from Olivia Robbins, but Charlotte Hayden in that green hat of Wickham already fighting to get back on level terms with Robbins. As we go over into the final 50 metres, Isabel Handley leads the way for the City of Leeds, ahead of Janie Finch for Leicester. Olivia Robbins still in third. At the moment she had a good turn there, opened up a bit more of a lead ahead of Hayden. And then Babington there in lane 4. Isabel Handley, after that breaststroke leg, hasn't looked back. She's had a strong second half to this race, and she will touch first in a time of 5:14.94. Second home, it was our early race leader, Janie Finch of Leicester, 5:20.42. Olivia Robbins taking third, just ahead of Charlotte Hayden, who runs out of pool in that pursuit. 5:21.48. 5:26.34 for Babington. There are your official results of heat number 1. Here is your start list for heat 2 of the women's 400 metres individual medley. There is no swimmer in lane 0. In 1, it's Lily Davis, City of Peterborough. In 2, Izzy Blackhurst, Taunton Dean. In 3, Grace Jackson, City of Salford. In 4, Sophia Gledhill, City of Bradford. In 5, Erin Jones, Newcastle Swim Team. In 6, Emmy Aitken, University of Aberdeen. In 7, Tegan Black, East Lothian. In 8, Gracie Owen, Neath. And in lane 9, it's Lily Green of Plymouth Leander. Owen turns first in 8. After 50 metres, the swimmer from Neath. First split 31.65. Going well in 2 is Izzy Blackhurst of Taunton Dean. And in 4, Gledhill of Bradford. Still leading though, down the final stages of this fly is Owen of Neath. At the moment, the lead's quite spread out across the pool. It will be Owen, 108.82, ahead of Gledhill, 109.08. With Lily Green up in lane 9, turning third. So there, Gracie Owen, closest to us. She turned first, Lily Green third. They are going well now though in lane 4 for Bradford on the backstroke. It is Sophia Gledhill. She swims in the 16 years age group, as does Blackhurst and Davis. And Tegan Black in lane 7. Grace Jackson in 3 and Gracie Owen in 8 are in the 15-year age group. And the remaining swimmers in 13 and 14 years age group. Turning first, there is Gledhill. 40.14 was her first backstroke split. Gracie Owen in second. Right there with Gracie Owen, it is Lily Green. There is your race leader. As we come down this backstroke, tightening up in 2, 3 and 4 between Blackhurst, Jackson and Gledhill. as they catch Owen and Green, who have been leading the second pack for quite some time. But at the halfway point, it is Gledhill that leads from Owen, from Jackson. As we move onto the breaststroke, and there that yellow hat for City of Salford and Grace Jackson already going well. Also looking good on the breaststroke, Gracie Owen at the top. Down in lane number 1, Lily Davis of Peterborough having a good breaststroke here too. It's been Jackson of Salford who's had the best breaststroke. First 50 there, 44.20, and it's moved her right through the field and into the lead. Good turn for her, the turn that brought her into the lead. She turned second, but now she is at the front. Still not a lot to separate Gracie Owen and Lily Green at the top. In fact, Green coming back at Owen down the second 50 of the breaststroke. Lily Davis's breaststroke bringing her back into the race as well. But lane 1 for Peterborough. But Jackson's breaststroke has put her at the front as we go 100 metres to go. Another 45 point for her, 45.34 on that second 50 of the breaststroke. She turns first. Just over a second and a half advantage over Sophia Gledhill. And then it was Lily Davis in third. But Gledhill now on within 40 metres of the freestyle has come back up level with Jackson and will regain the lead. In third for now, it is Davis, but going well at the top is Green for Plymouth Leander. Gledhill's back in front ahead of Jackson. Davis in third, Green in fourth. It was like that at the turn. Now Gracie Owen back level with Lily Green at the top of the pool. Going well, one lane in from them, Tegan Black. But coming in to the finish, she started at the front, Sophia Gledhill, and she will finish at the front, 5:14.45 to take that one. Gracie Jackson, 5:16.70. Lily Davis, 5:16.82. And it was Gracie Owen that was fourth in that one. Sophia Gledhill, 2 seconds inside her entry time. We wait for those results to be confirmed in the venue.
Infraction.
Here are the official results of that heat number 2. Unfortunately, there was a disqualification for Amy Aiken of Aberdeen. Here's your start list for heat number 3. In 0, it's Victoria Badamovic of Chelsea and Westminster. In 1, Amelie Spicer, City of Bristol. In 2, Sarah Talentire, Northumberland and Durham Performance. Lane 4, Edie Price, Mount Kelly Swimming. In 5, Maisie Brown, Rushmore Royals. In 6, Evie Cutter, Wigan Best. In 7, Millie Wells, City of Leicester. In 8, Peyton Chester's, Warrington Warriors. And in 9, Phoebe Arbuckle, Warrington Baths. Leading them out down the first 50 metres. It is Sarah Talentire, 29.68 at the first turn, ahead of Edie Price and Amelie Spicer. In this one, Edie Price and Evie Cutter are swimming in the 13 and 14 years age group. Victoria Budamovic and Millie Wells in the 16 years age group, and everyone else is in the 15 years age group in this heat. And it will be Talentire turns first, 104.88. One of many swimmers has had a busy program here this week. Swum very well indeed. Still looking good. So we're on to this backstroke. Going well in the early stages of the backstroke. Up in lane 8 for Warrington Warriors, it's Peyton Chesters. At the moment, it's Talentire from Price, from Chesters. Wheels going well, 1 lane in from Chesters. Millie Wells, City of Leicester. Talentire will go over first, 147.15. 148.68 for Edie Price. But Millie Wells third with a backstroke split of 39.70 there. The only person to go under 41, let alone 40 for that 50. And it has made a difference to her position here as she comes up now level with Price, with 15 meters still left to go on this backstroke leg. She's definitely carrying the speed through this backstroke. Talentire will still turn ahead, but that advantage has been cut to just 0.2 of a second. 38.47 for Millie Wells on that backstroke split. As we're now into the breaststroke, there is your race leader, Northumberland Durham, Sarah Talentire. Going well in 0 and 1 in their own battle. It's Budamovic and Spicer of Chelsea and Westminster and Bristol respectively. Talentire has restored the lead at the advantage that she had. 3:11.62. She turns 43.71 her breaststroke split to 48.01 of Wells. 46.88 of Edie Price from Mount Kelly, turning third. So expect Edie Price to continue to move through back into that second position. But Sarah Talentire here looking very strong. On her form this week, you'd suspect that cushion will be enough to take her through to a victory in this heat. She turns on to the freestyle. Turning second, Edie Price nearly 9 seconds behind Sarah Talentire. And it's very close between Price, Wells and Maisie Brown of Rushmore Royals. Had a great breaststroke there. to bring her right back into contention here. Those three swimmers in a line. But there is your race leader, Sharon Tallentire. With almost a 15-metre lead over the rest of the field. Edie Price just with a slight advantage over Maisie Brown going into that turn. But coming out that turn and off the turn, it is Brown that's carrying the speed. She's paced this to perfection. She moves ahead into second, but there is Sharon Tallentire, a very dominant performance from her. Came in with a time of 5:15, she's gone 5:09. Maisie Brown does come through for second. Edie Price in third there. 5:16, 6/7 for Brown. 5:17, 9/4 for Price. Here are your official results of heat number 3. Here is your start list for heat number 4. In lane 0, it's Olivia Martin, Mount Kelly. In 1, Maurice McNee, City of Birmingham. In 2, Isabel Price, City of Birmingham. In 3, Holly Hopwood, Guildford City. In 4, Clara Guinness, Tigers Swim Club Jersey. In 5, Lauren Lilly, City of Leeds. In 6, Lexine McCappin, Falkirk Interregion Swim Team. In 7, Daisy Purchase, Rotherham Metro. In 8, Charlotte Terrell, Chase. And in lane 9, Katie Sherlock, Mount Kelly. Turning first down in 0, it is Martin of Mount Kelly. In second, it was Guinness of Tigers Swim Club Jersey. And in third, Katie Sherlock up there in lane number 9. Sherlock, it's her birthday today. She's 17 years old, the swimmer right at the top of the pool there. What better way to spend your birthday than completing a 400 metres individual medley. We lead into the butterfly to backstroke turn. It will be Holly Hopwood of Guildford City that now leads the way, ahead of Guinness still in second, with Martin in third down in lane 0. So there is the front of the race at the moment, with an ever so slight advantage. It is Guinness of Tiger Swim Club Jersey. Going well in 7, Daisy Purchase for Rotherham Metro on this backstroke. She's now moved level with Martin. Going well still for Mount Kelly in 0. As we go over, it's Guinness that leads from Hopwood, from Purchase, from Martin. Isabel Price leading of the 2 City of Birmingham swimmers at the moment. They're down in 2 and 3. In 5, Lauren Lilly of Leeds. As we go into the halfway turn, Clara Guinness leading the way to 28.60. Going well in 7 is Daisy Purchase. Fortunately, in lane number 3, Holly Hopwood has lost her goggles. But going well now in 5 for Leeds. Coming through well is Lauren Lilly. She had an excellent split there, 44.05, the fastest in the field. They are the 2 yellow hats. Guinness closest to us of Tigers jersey, and 1 lane up, Lily of Leeds. Another yellow hat going well in 9 there, Chase. Swimming Club's Charlotte Sorrell, 8. Lane number 8 as those 3 yellow hats pretty much in a line and going very well down in 1, McNee of Birmingham. She's had an excellent breaststroke leg here. So it will be all change for position as we come into the final 100 metres. McNee turns first with a 43.44 breaststroke split. 4 minutes, 0.73 for her, ahead of Charlotte Sorrell, then Lauren Lilly, then Clara Guinness. Like I said, all change at the front as we move on to the freestyle. Now leading the way is Sorrell in 8 at the top of the pool there. She will go into the final 50 first. Over next, it will. McNee gets the 2nd place touch at the turn. And then Lauren Lilly of Leeds and Guinness still battling it out in those centre lanes. They have now reeled in Maurice McNee. Has McNee got anything to respond with? Come into the final stages. Charlotte Sorrell looks like she will get this one, holding off a fast finishing Lauren Lilly with Clara Guinness getting the 3rd place touch. 5:12.33 for Sorrell, 5:13.06 for Lilly, Guinness 5:14.27. A valiant effort for Holly Hopwood there. She swam for a long time with her goggles stuck behind her head, trapped in her swimming hat. Never easy, especially on a 400 metres individual medley. There are the official results of heat number 4. Start list of heat number 5 is on the screen. In 0, it's Beatrice Finch, South Links Competitive Swimming Club. In 1, Isabel Sherring, City of Sheffield. In 2, Evie O'Halloran Hutchinson, Northumberland and Durham Performance. In 3, Charlotte Cope, Guildford City. In 5, Evie Mackey of Larnac. In 7, Catherine Williams, Wickham District. In 8, Zara Bowman, Worcester. And in lane 9, Charlotte Thompson, Midlothian. It is O'Halloran Hutchinson that touches first at the first turn, ahead of Shering, 1 lane closer to us in lane 1 for Sheffield, with the 3rd turn going at the top of the pool to Thompson after 50 metres. It is still those 3 at the moment in 1, 2, 3, but coming through strongly is Mackie, swimming on her own in that isolated lane 5, 2 empty lanes either side of her. Turning first after the butterfly, it will be Sheffield's Shering, 107.48 for her, from 1:07.82 for O'Halloran Hutchinson. And Mackie in third. Going well at the top for Midlothian is Thompson in the early stages of the backstroke. And going well in 7 is Williams of Wickham District. She's making up some ground as we come in to the backstroke turn. Over first, still showing for Sheffield from O'Halloran Hutchinson of Northumberland and Durham, with Thompson of Midlothian in third. Evie Mackie now in fourth, which was just 5/100ths ahead of Catherine Williams of Wickham, though, at that turn. We said Williams was having a good backstroke, and she has now moved herself into third position. As we come to the midway point of heat number 5, Shering still leading the way, 2:25.86 for her backstroke split. She opened up exactly a second there on that 50 over O'Halloran Hutchinson. Williams did in fact move into third with an excellent backstroke split of 38.68, fastest in the field. Now that we are on to the breaststroke, in lane 5, it's Evie Mackie of Larnock looking strong at the moment. She's moving up back level to eat in to the advantage that Williams had created. Also going well at the top, Thompson of Midlothian. So all that good work of Williams' backstroke has been overturned, as Mackie will turn third behind O'Halloran Hutchinson, who's now back in the lead, and Sheringer, who's second. These two in a battle. Breaststroke can so often make the difference in an individual medley. Going well here is Evie O'Halloran Hutchinson. Also having an excellent breaststroke, Evie Mackie. She's torn through the field on this third 100. Looking good for Guildford's Charlotte Cope down the breaststroke too. So it's all changed again. Evie O'Halloran Hutchinson leads the way. Evie Mackie in second at that turn. Charlotte Cope with a 42.47 breaststroke split to bring her into third. But already Isabel Shering back ahead of her for now. Here comes another charge from Williams of Wickham in 7. The closer of the two green hats to us. They go over together. Evie Mackie got the touch. O'Halloran Hutchinson definitely went into the wall first. There is Evie Mackie. She swims in the 13 and 14 year age group. O'Halloran Hutchinson in the 16-year age group. Catherine Williams also in that 13 and 14-year age group. So they are the youngest in this heat. And leading them out, it will be Evie Mackie. But look at the battle behind between Shering and Cope. As Mackie comes in to take that touch. O'Halloran Hutchinson second, Williams third. Very fast finish from Zara Bowman. Ended up splitting Isabella Shering and Charlotte Cope, who were 4th and 6th, respectively. There is your heat winner, Evie Mackie. And there are the official results confirming that. Here is your start list for heat number 6. In 0 for City of Sheffield, it's Molly Baker. In 1 for Camden Swiss Cottage, Lucy Fielding. In 2 for Stockport Metro, Evie Clare. In 3 for Harrogate District, Lois Child. In 4 for City of Leicester, Darcy Platts. In 5 for Guildford City, Madison Emmett. In 6 for City of Leeds, Evangeline Stacey. In 7, Basildon and Phoenix, it's Lexi O'Connor. In 8 for Cockermouth, it's Amber Rigg. And in lane 9 for Redditch, Abby Salcombe. Just getting the touch after the first 50 metres, it's Lucy Fielding. In lane 1 for Camden Swiss Cottage, ahead of Salcombe up in 9 for Redditch, with Platts of Leicester in the centre, turning 3rd. But a good turn for Child in lane number 3. It's brought her through. She had a good 3rd, 25 of this butterfly. Move into 2nd position. Not much to choose between Child and Platts at the moment. And Child has a strong finish to this butterfly leg, which will see her go into the wall first, but the time going to Fielding in 1. Going well there on the backstroke. In 2 now, Evie Clare of Stockport Metro. She cuts through those early race leaders. And she is now level at the front with Darcy Platts. Going well also in lane 7 is Lexi O'Connor of Basildon and Phoenix. Lois Child and Evie Clare in lanes 3 and 2 are in the 13 and 14 years age group, so they are racing each other directly. And they are the youngest in the field in this heat. And it is Evie Clare of Stockport Metro that leads the way. Her backstroke's looking very strong here. She leads the way, going well. Still in 4 is Platts, currently holding 2nd position. Stroke for stroke are Molly Baker and Lucy Fielding in 0 and 1, as well as in 6 and 7, Stacey and O'Connor. But it is Clare that leads the way, significantly quicker than anyone else in the field on that backstroke. From Platts, from Stacey, from O'Connor. It's all very tight between them on the breaststroke. You see now the breaststroke of Darcy Platts, trying to get back level with Evie Clare of Stockport Metro. In a tussle up there in 7 and 8, it's O'Connor and Rigg. Going with them is Stacey of Leeds, 1 lane closer to us in 6. Platts turns 2nd behind Clare. O'Connor in 3rd. Molly Baker down in 0 with a strong breaststroke. First 50 there to move into 4th. In 7, O'Connor still going well. Evie Clare, though, holding off the challenge at the moment. Using that long glide to bring it ever closer to the final 100-metre turn, and it's Clare over first, followed by Platts. Then Molly Baker turned 3rd, down in 0 for Sheffield, ahead of Lexi O'Connor, who's just it's a 2nd ahead of Amber Rigg. Then it was Lucy Fielding. Now that they're onto the freestyle, you can see Evangeline Stacey trying to catch Molly Baker. They're over opposite sides of the pool. But Evie Clare has looked dominant since hitting the front on that backstroke leg. She's looking good here. 2nd still Platts. Stacey is 3rd ahead of Molly Baker in 4th. Stacey finishing very quickly, that yellow hat of Leeds. She's carrying a lot of speed here. But as we look to the finish, It will be Stockport Metro's Evie Clare that comes in to stop the clock. 5:06.06. Darcy Pat's holding on there for the second place touch, just ahead of Evangeline Stacey. 4:09.24 to 4:09.82. All smiles for Evie Clare. So she said she looked very good in that heat, and there is confirmation of the result of heat number 6. Here is your start list for heat number 7. In 0, Chloe Barnard, Basildon and Phoenix. In 1, Chloe Cook, City of Sheffield. In 2, Eve Horton, Wigan Best. In 3, Emily Smith, Tonbridge. In 4, Olivia Hunter, City of Leicester. In 5, Rebecca Coogan, Romford Town. In 6, Alice Forrest, Northumberland and Durham Performance. In 7, Sophie Trail, Stockport Metro. In 8, Alicia Stevens, City of Birmingham. And in lane 9, Neve Savoury, Newcastle Swim Team. Sophie Trail of Stockport Metro turns first after 50 metres, ahead of Eve Horton and Chloe Cook. Horton and Cook down in 1 and 2. Going well down the second 50 of this fly is City of Birmingham Stevens up there in lane 8. She's now level with Trail. As we come into the butterfly to backstroke turn, it will be Eve Horton that leads the way, 1:07.04 by 0.3 of a second, ahead of Chloe Cook in lane 1 for Sheffield. There is the battle at the top of the pool. Stevens making her way through the field nicely on that second 50 of the butterfly. She now brings herself level with the race leaders on this backstroke. Still going well is Trail, 1 lane closer to us. Having a good backstroke here in 5 is Coogan of Romford Town. As we go into the backstroke turn, it will be Cook that leads the way for Sheffield, ahead of Horton, ahead of Smith. They are your race leaders for now, but going well in 3. For Tonbridge, it's Smith. She's coming through strongly in the final stages of the backstroke. Coogan has indeed had a good backstroke leg as well. Very tight at the top between Forrest, Trail, Stevens and Savoury now. As Emily Smith turns first for Tonbridge, 2:27.22. Chloe Cook is in second. Rebecca Coogan is in third position. Now as we move on to the breaststroke, there is your race leader, Emily Smith of Tonbridge. She has moved away from the rest down the first 50 of the breaststroke. Going well at the top though, Neve Savoury of Newcastle. She touches just ahead of Chloe Cook. They are 2 and 3 at the turn of the breaststroke. Here is your race leader, Smith, looking good down this breaststroke. She's opened up a gap between her and the rest of the field, other than Savoury right at the top there, who's going well down this breaststroke leg. Savoury's now moved ahead of Chloe Cook by a comfortable margin, but there's still the freestyle to go. Emily Smith into the final 100 metres now. She turned first, 3:53.25. almost 5 seconds ahead of Chloe Cook, who's 2 seconds behind Neve Savory up there in lane 9. But watch Cooks try to work the freestyle now, and watch out for lane 6's Alice Forrest. So, distance freestyle medalist this week. She knows she's got the endurance to bring her home at the end of this 400. She's swimming in the same age group as Smith. They're in the 13-14 years age group, along with Alicia Stevens of Birmingham up in 8th and Chloe Barnard down in 0. Savory's still going well there at the top of the pool. But into the final 5 meters, it will be Amelie Smith who touches the wall. That is the fastest time that we have seen this morning. 5:05 for Neve Savory and 5:09.32 from that fast final 100 of Alice Forrest. The final 50 there, 33.83, the quickest in the heat. There are your official results of heat number 7. And here is your start list for the women's 400 meters individual medley, heat 8. In lane 0, it's Erin Taylor of Finns. In 1, Amelia John, City of Cardiff. In 2, Sophie Brasington, Mount Kelly. In 3, Amy Kenworthy, Winsford Swimming Club. In 4, Gemma Dilks, Tiverton. In 5, Livia Kingsland, Nova Centurion. In 6, Morgan Brand of Rugby. In 7, Zara Kravich of East Lothian. In 8, Abby Mitchell, City of Leicester. And in 9, it's Matilda Potter of Leeds. Turning first down in 0, Taylor. Gone well down that first 50, 31.36 for her, ahead of Morgan Brand of Rugby and Abby Mitchell of Leicester. They were your first 3 after 50 metres, but there's still a long way to go in this one. Going well now in 3, it's Amy Kenworthy of Winsford Swimming Club. She's having a good second 50 here. But it will be down in 0, Taylor that turns first after the fly. 107.33 to 108.12 for Kenworthy, with Matilda Potter of the City of Leeds at the other side of the pool, turning in 3rd. But now that we're on to the backstroke, there's opportunity for change here, and going well in 3 still, it's Kenworthy, but also going well for Nova Centurion in 5, Livia Kingsland. In 6th, that is Morgan Brand of Rugby, and in 7, going well, it's Kraviec of East Lothian. Over first, it will be Amy Kenworthy, followed by Livia Kingsland, followed by Kraviec. They are your 1, 2, 3 at the halfway stage of the backstroke leg. Still looking strong down this backstroke. Chasing hard is Nova Centurion's Kingsland. And going well, Kraviec up in 7. They're pretty close together, but still leading the way at the halfway stage. It will be Amy Kenworthy. She's up and into the breaststroke. As Kingsland and Kraviec are pretty even, but it does look like Kraviec carrying more speed through these early stages of the breaststroke. Also going well, still down in 0, Erin Taylor of Finns. Amelia John of Cardiff trying to get back on terms with her, and right at the top of the shot, Matilda Potter of the City of Leeds, looking strong as well. Amy Kenworthy turns first, 3:09.58, ahead of Zara Krawiec, 3:10.42. And Olivia Kingsland, 3:10.78. Range of age groups in this one, Krawiec, the youngest, she's in the 13 and 14 years age group. Matilda Potter up there for Leeds is in the 15 years age group. Amelia John in the 16 years age group. Brasington, Kenworthy, Brand and Mitchell are in the 17 years age group, and then Dilks and Kingsland in the 18 years age group. So it'll be in different finals if they make it, but Kenworthy leading the way still. 3:53.07, she goes over first. Erin Taylor down in 0, back into second position with Zara Krawiec in third with 100 meters to go. Kingsland in 5, having a good go at this freestyle again. She moves into second position. Stroke just ahead there of Taylor down in 0. Kenworthy over first is Kingsland with Taylor in third. Krawiec fourth. Brasington now in fifth for Mount Kelly. As Kingsland's freestyle brings her to the front of the race with 15 meters to go. Amy Kenworthy working hard, but it will be Olivia Kingsland that takes this heat. 5:01.81, 5:03.35 for Amy Kenworthy with Erin Taylor down in 0. A good swim for her. 5:05.68. She came in on a 5:07.9, so she'll be happy with that. There is your heat winner. And there are your official results confirming that for the women's 400 metres individual medley, Heat 8. Here's your start list for Heat number 9. In 0, it's Chloe Bound, Mount Kelly. In 1, Rachel Hornby, Wigan Best. In 2, Louise Bresler, Guildford City. In 3, Darcy Crossley, City of Leeds. In 4, Caris O'Reilly, City of Sheffield. In 6, Annabelle Cook, City of Sheffield. In 6, Holly Waymond of Maxwell. In 7, Lacey Roberts, Plymouth Leander. In 8, Willow Harrison, City of Sheffield. And in 9, Emma Price, Northumberland and Durham Performance. Turning first, down in 0, Bound of Mount Kelly. Second was Roberts of Plymouth Leander. Going well down at the bottom of the screen. Difficult to see all those coaches and athletes watching the racing, but there she is, still leading the way. Going well though is Lacey Roberts in 7. Also coming back strongly in the final stages of the butterfly leg. In 1 is Rachel Hornby. She does turn third, a tenth of a second behind Bound, as Lacey Roberts touches first on that butterfly's backstroke turn. Now that they are on to the backstroke, there are 6 swimmers in a line. Oh, saw himself on the camera then. Going well at the top now is Emma Price of Northumberland and Durham. She'll go over first at the backstroke turn. 1:47.74 for her, ahead of Caris O'Reilly, who's now in second for Sheffield. 1:48.49, and Lacey Roberts down to third, 148.70. It's still very tight in the grand scheme of things. Annabelle Cook of Sheffield in the 13 and 14 year age group, as is Willow Harrison, one of the other Sheffield swimmers in this one in lane 8. The 15-year-old age group is Darcy Crossley, Holly Waymond, and Emma Price, who is your halfway leader up there in lane 9. And then in the 16 years age group, it's Lacey Roberts. In the 17 years age group, Louise Bresler and Chloe Bowen. And then in your 18 years and over age group, Rachel Hornby and Caris O'Reilly. So they're all coming back together on this breaststroke. But still leading at the top is Emma Price. Going well in 4, it is Caris O'Reilly. Also going well in 7, Roberts of Plymouth Leander. Those 3 coming in together, and down in 1, Rachel Hornby putting herself back in contention. Great turn from O'Reilly to bring her up in the lead with an advantage. Going well, still down in 1 is Hornby though. She's level with Roberts in 7. Lacey Roberts looks to be gathering a bit of speed. Having a good second 50 on the breaststroke here as well is Holly Waymond of Maxwell in 6. As we turn on to the final 100, it will be O'Reilly that leads the way. Up there in 7, Roberts still going well. Down in 1, Hornby hits the front of the race. 1 lane up from her. Louise Bresler's back in this as well. It's Roberts and Hornby at the moment. Looks like Hornby will go into the final turn with the advantage. She does. Bresler came off the wall well there as well. They are the 2 people in your shot at the moment. The 2 swimmers in your shot down the bottom there. Hornby and 1 lane up from her, Bresler. Roberts still going well up there in 7. Waymond is just ahead of Darcy Crossley of Leeds in that battle for position as we come into the wall, and it will be Lacey Roberts that touches first. We'll have to wait for the times, the backup times. Lacey Roberts there touching in first position. Swimmers looking at the scoreboard too, hoping their times will come up. As they exit the pool now and we prepare for the next heat. We'll have 3 more heats of this 400 meters individual medley, after which we will go to the other end of the program, and it will be a 50 freestyle for men. We're just trying to get the scoreboard back up and running, I feel, in the venue, and then the event will return to action. Here are those official results for heat number 9. Unfortunately, there was a disqualification for Annabelle Cook, City of Sheffield. Here is your start list for heat number 10. We get the action back underway in 0. Kate Morris goes for the Nova Centurion. In 1, Laura Sharp, Swansea University. In 2, Hazelland Carter, Wickham District. In 3, Lydia Cordell, Repton. In 4, Katie Lee, City of Salford. In 5, Abby Roscoe, Wirral Metro. In 6, Eloise Rathbone-Jones, City of Cardiff. In 7, Nuala Gow, Geary. In 8, Matilda Ransom, City of Cambridge. And in 9, Ella Bloxage, City of Salford. Rathbone-Jones turns first for Cardiff, ahead of Ransom and Sharp. That green hat of Laura Sharp down in lane 1 for Swansea that we can see. And now we can see Kate Morris's hat as well. So the 2 green hats at the bottom of the screen going well. We're in 6 and 8. It is Rathbone-Jones and Ransom that lead the way. Ransom getting the touch by 2 100ths after the butterfly as they move on to the backstroke. Still stroke for stroke between those two at the moment. Going well down in lane 3 is Hazelland Carter of Wickham. She's starting to move through the field. She is the top of those 3 green hats at the bottom of your picture. Also going well in for Katie Lee, City of Salford. Over first, it is Eloise Rathbone-Jones. In 6 for Cardiff, ahead of Kate Morris of Nova Centurion, who had a very good 50 down that first leg of the backstroke there. Katie Lee in that yellow hat of Salford coming through nicely on this backstroke leg, and there is Hazelland Carter in lane 2 still going well. It's all changed as we enter the halfway point. Leading the way, it is Eloise Rathbone-Jones back in front. She is ahead of Kate Morris down in 0, and Katie Lee turns third for Salford. Now we move on to the brushstroke. Rathbone-Jones looking good, but Carter of Wickham District moving through the field. She's having a strong breaststroke here. Very strong breaststroke, and she will turn first after 50 meters of breaststroke. 41.32 her split, compared to Rathbone Jones's 44.47. Cardiff swimmer is still in second. Kate Morris of Nova Centurion in third. Carter swims in the 15 years age group, as does Katie Lee of Salford in lane number 4. Lydia Caudle in 3 for Repton, and Abby Roscoe for Wirral Metro in 5 are in the 13-14 years age group. Ransom and Bloxage in the 17 years age group. And then everyone else in the 18 years and over age group in this heat. Turning first, it was Carter. Second now, Matilda Ransom of the City of Cambridge, with Rathbone Jones in third for Cardiff. One lane closer to us though, Abby Roscoe of Wirral Metro, now starting to move through on this freestyle. Carter with a great swim here in lane 2. She goes over first, 4:27.68. 4:29.19 for Rathbone Jones, just ahead of Roscoe. They are your 1, 2, 3 in this heat. As we come into the final 15 meters, Rathbone Jones and Roscoe are catching Carter. But Carter's done enough to take the touch. Rathbone Jones will get the touch over Roscoe, and then Katie Lee will get the touch over Matilda Ransom. Laura Sharp next home for Ella Bloxage, Kate Morris, Nuala Gow, and Lydia Caudle. .5:02.46 for Hazel Ann Carter there, inside her entry time of 5:03.34. As we wait for those results to be confirmed in the venue, and we will bring them to you on the screen. After a nervous wait, those official results have been confirmed, with Carter first, Rathbone Jones second, and Roscoe third. Here is the start list for heat number 11. This is our penultimate heat of the women's 400 meters individual medley. In 0, it's Holly Marshall of Repton. In 1, Abigail Miles, City of Sheffield. In 2, Amelia Monaghan, City of Sheffield. In 3, Susie McNair, Stirling Swimming. In 5, Michaela Glenister, University of Stirling. In 6, Holly Robinson, Repton. In 7, Eleanor Broughton, Repton. In 8, Shirley Robinson, City of Sheffield. And in 9, it's Elsa MacDonald of Edinburgh University. Glenister turned first after 50 metres of butterfly, just 5/100ths ahead of Shirley Robinson of Sheffield, up in 8. Also going well is MacDonald of Edinburgh University in 9. And Amelia Monaghan of Sheffield in 2, finishing this butterfly leg strongly. But it will be Glenister that turns first, 107.10. Tying at the touch, actually, with Monaghan. So she did carry a lot of speed into the wall, the City of Sheffield swimmer in lane 2. Now that we're on to the backstroke, it is Glenister with about a body length advantage over the rest of the field. Going well in 7. Alana Broughton of Repton. And in 3, it's Susie McNair of Stirling Swimming. Over first, it is Glenister, followed by McNair, followed by Monaghan. They are your top 3 midway through the backstroke. Looking good in your shot there is Michaela Glenister. She won the 400 metres freestyle earlier this week. And she's looking good here in the 400 metres individual medley. These heats will sort out the swimmers, see who progresses to the final this evening. And they will be split into their relevant age groups. Glenister first at the back to breast turn, ahead of Susan McNair, ahead of Amelia Monaghan, with Eleanor Broughton in 4th. Now that we are on to the breaststroke, going well at the top of the pool, Elsa MacDonald of Edinburgh University. Going now right down at the bottom, difficult to see, it's Holly Marshall of Repton. Over first, Glenister. She's got a cushion of a lead at the moment. Second is Monaghan of Sheffield in lane 2, with Marshall of Repton in 3. Susan McNair of Stirling Swimming in lane 3, the youngest age group in this heat. She's swimming in the 16 years age group. It's all bunching up, quite spread out across the pool though, because of that empty lane in 4 and the fact that Michaela Glenister is significantly ahead as we go into the final 100 metres. 3:45.33 for her, 4.5 seconds ahead of Elsa MacDonald, who turned second in lane 9, with Holly Robinson of Repton in 6, now in 3rd after the breaststroke. We go down the freestyle. Glenister looking comfortable at the front of the field, but behind her, coming through, Holly Robinson is challenging Elsa MacDonald, and it will be Robinson that turns in 2nd position with 50 metres to go, ahead of Elsa MacDonald up in 9 for Edinburgh University. Eleanor Broughton, also of Repton, is in 4th, with Amelia Monaghan in 5th for Sheffield. And Holly Marshall, the 3rd Repton swimmer in this one, in 6th. Here is Michaela Glenister coming in to stop the clock. 4:52.67 for her. Then it will be Holly Robinson, 4:58.11. Elsa MacDonald finishes 5 minutes 04 ahead of Amelia Monaghan. Michaela Glenister there did look comfortable. And there are your official results of heat number 11. Here is your start list for heat number 12 of the women's 400 metres individual medley. This is the final heat of this event. In lane 0, Millie Threlfall, City of Leeds. In 1, Ina Screamon Beetham, Camden Swiss Cottage. In 2, Matilda Bogle, Team Ipswich. In 3, Annabelle Wilkinson, City of Sheffield. In 4, Leah Schlosson, City of Leeds. In 5, Beatrice Farley, Plymouth Leander. In 6, Lara Thompson, City of Leeds. In 8, Anna Farrow, City of Leicester. And in 9, Evangeline Belt, Plymouth Leander. Schlosson turns first for Leeds in lane 4, 30.82, ahead of Farrow. Up there in 8 for Leicester, with Varley of Plymouth Leander third after 50 metres. Going well in 3, it's Wilkinson for Sheffield. Her and Schlosson together down this second 50 metres. Varley still going well, but also going well. In 8 is Farrow still. It's Wilkinson that turns first, ahead of Schlosson, ahead of Varley. Wilkinson split there 34.53 for that second 50 of the fly. Now that we're on to the backstroke, Beatrice Varley looks to be edging an advantage down this first 50 of the backstroke. Still going well up there in 8 is Anna Farrow for Leicester. Will be Varley over first, 1:44.33 ahead of Wilkinson, with Schlosson in third. Anna Farrow in fourth at the moment. Down in 1 and 2, it's Gwymon Beetham and Bogle. Bogle winning that battle at the moment. As we come into the 200-metre turn, it is going to be Varley that leads the way, 2:21.34. Strong backstroke for Varley there's opened up an advantage. Annabelle Wilkinson second. Anna Farrow getting in just ahead of Leah Schlosson at the halfway turn, but now we're on to the breaststroke. Schlosson and Wilkinson looking good down the first 25 metres of the breaststroke. Behind them, there's a race. Swimmers, 4 or 5 swimmers in a line. Millie Threlfall, Ina Screamon Beetham, Matilda Bogle, Lara Thompson, and right at the top there, trying to stay with them, Evangeline Belt. Out in front now, still leading the way, Beatrice Varley. Leah Schlosson, though, making up ground with every stroke on this breaststroke. That yellow hat of the City of Leeds in lane 4. She's now up level with Varley and should take the lead into this final 100 metres turn. Coming back at the top there, Anna Farrow. But ahead of her at the moment, Annabelle Wilkinson. Wilkinson's doing well on this breaststroke. She's third. It will be Wilkinson Farrow battling it out, but going well down in 1 now. Millie Threlfall, she's had a good breaststroke. She is the youngest in this one. She's swimming in the 13-14 years age group. There is that yellow hat of Schlosson Threlfall right at the bottom. You'll see her now. Coming into shot, there she is, making up ground on this freestyle leg. She will turn fourth, 34.81 her split there. Only Lara Thompson was quicker. But there now, Leah Schlosson starts to move away from Beatrice Varley. Schlosson will take this heat for 56.93. Beatrice Farley, second home, 4:59.34, and it is Millie Threlfall who comes through for a 5:03.26 third place touch. Second fastest split of the field there, 34.08 in the final stages. But there is your heat winner, Leah Stroshan, and there are your official results of Heat 12, the women's 400 metres individual medley. That concludes the women's 400 metres individual medley as we move to the other end of the pool and the other end of the spectrum for the men's 50 metres freestyle. In lane 3, Oliver Rowe goes for Mount Kelly. In 4, it's Luke Knight for Brompton. And in 5, Daniel Belsey for Hatfield. And well, in the early stages, it was Rowe of Mount Kelly. But now that yellow hat of Brompton's Knight looks to be coming through. But as we go into the finish, Rowe will hold on. He found another gear in the final 10 metres. Get the touch on that one, 24.89 for him. Happy with that. Just because he didn't have a time coming in. Now he's got one, 24.89. There is your official result of heat number 1. In heat 2, Jacob Lee will go for Leicester, Ollie Bottomley for Salford, Oliver Parry for Aquaviz of Rochdale, James Gannicott for Leicester, William Gowler for Northumberland and Durham Performance, Evan McQuaid for Dunmo Atlantis, Lucas Malkev for Hackney Aquatics in 6, Nathan Apps for Plymouth Leander in 7, and Morgan Davis of Guildford City in 8. Good start in lane number 3 for Gannicott. He used the underwater well. Also going well down at the bottom in 0 is Jacob Lee of the City of Leicester. Now in 6 coming through, it's Malkev of Hackney. This is going to be a blanket. Still going well down the bottom. In 0, it was Jacob Lee, and he did get the touch from Malkev. 25.07 to get that one. Oliver Parry, 3rd. There are your official results of heat number 2. Heat number 3. In lane 0, Theodore Rogers for Worcester. In 1, Hugo Young for Poole. 2, Jonathan Turk for Mount Kelly. 3, Andre Onyewaki for Leamington Spa. 4, Thomas Maskell, Northumberland and Durham. In 5, Benjamin Dale Wood of Thrisk. 6 is David Nakasu of Barking and Dagenham. 7, James Page, City of Birmingham. 8, Alexander Moore, Wickham District. And 9, Ethan Stubbs Green of Millfield. Going well in lane number 2, it's Turk of Mount Kelly. He leads the way at the moment. Also going well in 4 and 5, it's Maskell and Dale Wood. But it will be the fast start of Jonathan Turk. That takes that one, 23.81 for the 17-year-old from Mount Kelly. Another celebration from Mount Kelly. That's a good swim for him. Maskell in 2nd, Young in 3rd. They are your official results of heat number 3. Here is your start list for heat number 4. In 0, it will be Jack Hill of Linslade Crusaders. In 1, Samuel Sutcliffe, Ramsbottom. 2, Ben Oath, Mount Kelly. 3, Harry Chandler, Roehampton School. 4, Ewan Pedersen, Millfield. 5, Ruben Alty, Millfield. 6, Jack Brown, Soundwell. 7, Samuel McCarthy, City of Cardiff. 8, Edward Bell, Seagull Swimming Club, and in lane 9, Ben Gooch of Worcester. Good reaction time from Pedersen of Millfield in 4. He got away best, but down at the bottom of the screen once more in 0 and 1 going well. It's Hill and Sutcliffe. They are out in front at the moment as we go into the final 15 metres. Going well for Cardiff is McCarthy up the top. And as we come into the finish, it will be Sutcliffe that takes it from McCarthy, with Pedersen coming through for third. 24.52 for Sutcliffe, 24.66 for McCarthy, 24.76, just 1/100th ahead of Jack Hill was Ruben Alty. They were the official results of Heat 4 as we move on to Heat number 5. In 0, it'll be Laurie of Leander. In 1, Smith of Skipton. In 2, Hamilton, Plymouth Leander. 3, Peebles, East Lothian. 4, Cason Holly, City of Cardiff. 5, Taylor, East Grinstead. 6, Norris, Perth City. 7, Slater, East Lothian. 8, Reeve, Mount Kelly. And in 9, it's Meek for Poole. All the way pretty evenly that time, but coming up in the lead down at the bottom, it's Alexander Laurie of Leander. He led the way in the early stages, but now coming through in 2, 3 and 4, it's Hamilton, Peebles and Keeson Holly. They look good. Also going well is Smith in 1. Right at the top though, Charlie Meek challenged in the final stages, but it was Sam Smith that took the victory of that heat. 24.54 from lane 1. 24.56 for Peebles. 24.64 again, 1/100th ahead of 4th position there for Charlie Meek. They are your official results for Heat number 5. Now you have your start list for Heat 6. In 0, Evan Davis, City of Cardiff. In 1, Callum Cox, Mount Kelly. In 2, Calvin Gorkescu Spears, Elmbridge Phoenix. In 3, Matthew Baker, West Suffolk. In 4, Cameron Jameson, Repton. In 5, Jack Jenkinson, Skipton. In 6, Monty Smith, Wickham. In 7, Aaron Bissett, Royal Tunbridge. Wells Monson. In 8, Joseph Adams, Chelsea and Westminster. And in lane 9, Ballin Ashton, City of Liverpool. Best reaction coming from Ashton up in lane 9 for Liverpool. But now we are into the race just with a slight advantage in lane 4. It's Jameson going well down in 0. Davis and Cox going well in 1. As we come in to the finish, it will be Jenkinson that takes that one from Ashton at the top, with Calvin Gorkescu Spears in 3rd position. There are your official results of Heat number 6. Here is your start list for Heat number 7. In 0, it's Parrott for Millfield. In 1, Gale for Guildford City. In 2, Sharp for Warren de Bars. In 3, Wellesby, Stockport Metro. 4 is Snow for Millfield. In 5, Gordon Gibson, Warren de Bars. In 6, Dale, Newcastle Staffs. 7, James, City of Cardiff. In 8, Davis, Crawley. And in lane 9, Dade, Gloucester City. Good start down at the bottom there for Lachlan Parrott of Millfield and Christian Gale of Guildford City. They're going well at the moment. In 3, it's Caden Wellesby of Stockport Metro, looking good as well. But at the top there, in 6, Dale of Newcastle going well. And it will be Zachariah Dale that gets a touch. 24.09 from Harley James of Cardiff. 24.13 dead heating with Alexander Dale of Crawley for 2nd place in that heat. They were just 1/100th ahead of Christian Gale.
Let's go back!
Here is your start list for Heat number 8. Shepherd goes for Leeds in 0. Brown for Elgin in 1. Tunstall for Mount Kelly in 2. Parker for Plymouth in 3. Club for Aberdeen Dolphins in 4. Ward for Mount Kelly in 5. Gray for Chelsea and Westminster in 6. Lazar for Northumberland and Durham in 7. Wheeler for Charlton Otters in 8. And Adams for Team Bath in 9. The false start buzzer did go in lane 5. 23.38 from Matthew Ward. We'll have to see what is going to happen here. Finley Club 23.79, 23.77 for Henry Gray. It was a close race. And it does stand. Matthew Ward, Mount Kelly, 23.38 for him. Mount Kelly swimmers sprinting well here this morning. So your next heat will be heat number 9 of the men's 50 meters freestyle. In lane 0, it will be Jake Gaunt of Sandwell. In 1, Oliver Watts, Team Bath. In 2, Thomas Taylor, University of Bath. In 3, Harry Robinson, Mount Kelly. In 4, Calvin Fry, Loughborough University. In 5, Jordan Cooley, Leeds University Aquatics. In 6, Thomas Exel, Loughborough University. In 7, Ewan Taylor, University of Surrey. In 8, James Cleaver of Beckenham. And in lane 9, Alessandro Donofrio of Mount Kelly Swimming. They will be your starters in the next heat, which we will hope to bring to you shortly. The swimmers are now on the block. And away they go after a short delay. First reaction coming from Donofrio up in lane number 9, but now they are into the race. Leading the way in 4, it is Fry of Loughborough University. Going well in 5, it's Cooley of Leeds University. He's coming back with every stroke to go into the finish. And it will be Jordan Cooley that takes that 22.66 ahead of Calvin Fry, 22.71. And in 3rd, Thomas Exel, 23.29. They are your official results of heat number 9. Our next heat is the men's 50 freestyle heat number 10.
Let's go, Aidan.
In 0, it's Hutchinson of City of Leicester. In 1, Simmons Brown, Plymouth Leander. In 2, Metcalf for Loughborough. 3, Finch, Chelsea and Westminster. 4, Painter of Millfield. 5, Siraju, Judy of Bath. 6, Jones, Bath. 7, Adama, Mount Kelly. 8, Gianni Contini of Newcastle. And 9, Graham of Millfield. And leading the way in 4, it is Painter for Millfield. He will stop the clock. 22.52 for Alexander Painter there. Good swim from him. Toby Siwaj of Bath University was second, 23.13, just 2 100ths ahead of his teammate, Reed Jones. There are the results of heat number 10. As we move on to heat number 11. In 0, it's Blowers for Loughborough. In 1, Roberts, Witham Dolphins. 2, Dawson, Derby Excel. 3, Ingram, City of Manchester. 4, Cahoon, Loughborough University. 5, Jones, Swansea University. 6, Watterson, Isle of Man. 7, Alkers, Mount Kelly. 8, Smith, Skipton. And 9, Way, Guildford City. Quickest reaction coming from Alkers of Mount Kelly in 7, but leading the way in the early stages, it is Dan Jones of Swansea in 5. He's going well, coming back with every stroke. In 4 is Cahoon, the straight arm freestyle of Jones, leading them in to the finish, and it will come down to the touch, and Jones does just get it. 22.78 to Cahoon, 22.82. Third was 23.13 for Jamie Ingram. That was the final heat of the men's 50 metres freestyle heat number 11, but I can confirm that we will see a rerun of heat number 8. So there are your official results for heat number 11, but they will not all be firmed up until we have had that rerun of heat number 8. In the meantime, we will move on to the next event. The next event will be the women's 50 metres backstroke. There'll be 9 heats of this one. This is your start list for heat number 1. In 1, it's Keyschick for Northampton. In 2, Hatton Ellis of City of Swansea Aquatics. In 3, Webb of Bassett Law Swim Squad. In 4, Titchener, Torvine Dolphins. In 5, Rubik Stevenson, City of Milton Keynes. In 6, Gubbins, Nova Centurion. In 7, Whittingham, Plymouth Leander. In 8, it's Bethel of Wickham District. Good reaction from Keyschick in lane 1 for Northampton, as she's the first up into her stroke. Pretty even matched as they go through the first 25 metres. Going well in lane 5 is Stevenson of Milton Keynes. Still going well, it's Keyschick at the bottom of the pool. Also going well in 6 is Gubbins of Nova Centurion. And it will be Gubbins that takes it by 1/100th ahead of Ruby Stevenson, with Amelia Keyschick of Northampton getting the 3rd place touch. Here are your official results of heat number 1. Here is your start list for heat number 2. Charlotte Jezzard goes in 0 for City of Bristol. Hannah Murphy for Maidstone in 1. Freya Coop for Poole in 2. Eloise Cole for Modernian in 3. Erin Gent of Repton in 4. Jessica Gable of Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson in 5. Megan Higgs of Millfield in 6. Ashley Green of Repton in 7. Ella Coombs of Basildon and Phoenix in 8. And Lily O'Neill of Stockport Metro in lane 9. This is heat number 2. Coming up in lane number 2, Freya Coop of Poole. Going well. Number of swimmers in a line here going well. In lane 5, Gable of Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson, but also going well at the top. 1 lane in, it's Coombs of Basildon and Phoenix. As we come into the finish now, though, it will be Jessica Gable that takes it 31.20. Second was Ella Coombs of Basildon and Phoenix. And third, Freya Coop of Poole. They are your official results of heat number 2. Here is your start list for heat number 3. Amber Likely goes in 0 for Portsmouth-on-Sea. Edith Hamilton, Bracknell and Wokingham in 1. Melissa Menney, East Kilbride in 2. Mabel Hayes of Anaconda in 3. Eva Fear of Durham City in 4. Megan Donovan, City of Peterborough in 5. Millie Wells of City of Leicester in 6. Isabel Mather, City of Cambridge in 7. Amber Rigg of Cockermouth in 8. And Charlotte Williams of Hatfield in 9. Down at the bottom in 0 and 1, Likely and Hamilton got very, very good starts. They led the way in the early stages, but going well. In 5, it's Donovan of Peterborough. Now right at the top of the pool, also going well, is Rigg and Williams. They're in 8 and 9, and coming through is Mather and City of Cambridge in 7. The touch does go to Amber Likely down in lane 1. She had that brilliant start. Next home is Isabel Mather and then Amber Rigg. 31.11 for the win in that heat. 31.14 for second and 31.18 for third. They are your official results of heat number 3. Here's your start list for heat number 4. Hum of Bracknell and Wokingham goes in 0. Wood of Orkney in 1. Howarth of Epsom District in 2. Tyres of Derby Excel in 3. Huggins of Poole in 4. Stewart of Whitney and District in 5. Morris of Leyland Barracudas in 6. Liptrot of Wigan Best in 7. Piers of Basildon and Phoenix in 8. And Stockdale of Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson in 9. Good start down in lane 0 again from Hum of Bracknell and Wokingham, and in 1 for Wood. Going well though in lane number 2. It is Howarth of Epsom, and in 4 the yellow hat of Poole for Jessica Huggins. As we come into the final stages of the race, it will go to Jessica Hum down in 0, 30.94. Ahead of Jessica Huggins with Eloise Howarth in 3rd. We just wait for those results to be confirmed, and then we will bring you them. There they are. Heat number 4, official results. Here is your start list for women's 50 backstroke, heat 5. Emma Wood goes for Leeds in 0. Annabelle Crease for Leamington Spa in 1. Fionn Humphries, Swim Gwynedd in 2. Anna Ewan of City of Bristol in 3. Rosie Forster, Warren de Bars in 4. Martha Sell, City of Bristol in 5. Kiana Kurtz, Warren de Bars in 6. Bea Jones of City of Leicester in 7. Veronica Venuti of Chelsea and Westminster in 8. And Ella Justice of Mount Kelly in 9. Oh well, once again, off the start in 0, it's Emma Wood of City of Leeds. And in 1, Crease of Leamington Spa. For the top of the pool in 7, it's Bea Jones. She's going well. Coming through in the centre in 3 and 4, it's Uren and Forster. We come into the finish, it will be Jones that takes it from Martha Sell, with Venuti getting the 3rd place touch. Here are your official results. 30.58 for Jones, 30.78 for Sell, 31.03 for Venuti. Here is your start list for heat number 6. In 0, it's Western for Warrington Warriors. In 1, Wren for Glasgow. In 2, Addison for Norwich Swan. In 3, Compton, Wickham District. In 4, Matthews, Guildford City. 5, Gilly, Northumberland and Durham Performance. In 6, Hansford, Tigers, Swim Club Jersey. 7, Holgate, City of Cambridge. 8, Monday, Kingston upon Hull. And 9, Simiranova, City of Peterborough. Good start in lane number 2 from Amara Addison of Norwich Swan. Also going well in 7 for Cambridge, it's Holgate. They are the two out in front in the early stages, but coming through with speed in lane 4 is Matthews, and in 6 it's Hansford of Tigers Jersey. As we come into the finish, it will be Amara Addison that holds on to take the touch, 30.45 ahead of Georgia Holgate, 30.51. Just 1/100th ahead of Libby Monday, 30.52. There are your official results of heat number 6. This is your start list for heat 7. In 0, it's Mainwaring of Swimwear's Lothian. In 1, Ranson Atlantis Swim Club. 2, Rogers Loughborough University. 3, De Groot Loughborough University. 4, Murray Leyland Barracudas. 5, Magliotro Camden Swiss Cottage. 6, Ward University of Bath. 7, Collier Back Iron. 8, Marshman Taunton Dean. And 9, Widows Mount Kelly. Good start down in lane 0 once more for Melissa Mainwaring, Swim West Lothian. Doing well in 4 though. It is Pia Murray of the Leyland Barracudas. And in 6, Neve Ward for the University of Bath. Those two out in front at the moment as we come under the flags into the final 5 metres. And as they dive for the finish, it is Ward that gets it, 28.95 ahead of Murray, 29.01. With Magliocco coming through in lane 5 for 3rd. Her time was 29.62. Here are those official results of heat number 7. Our next heat is heat number 8, and here is your start list. Grover goes for the Royal Wolverhampton School. In 0, Willis for City of Peterborough. In 1, Ford for University of Surrey. In 2, Marston for the Royal Wolverhampton School. In 3, Whittaker for Mount Kelly. In 4, Freeman for Northumberland and Durham Performance. In 5, Whittle for Loughborough University. In 6, Shaw for City of Manchester Aquatics. In 7, Mellor for City of Stoke. In 8, and Bromley for City of Sheffield. In 9. Great start though in lane number 4 for Whittaker of Mount Kelly Swimming. She comes up with a sizable lead over the rest of the field as we go through 25 metres. Going well in 2, it's Ford of the University of Surrey. And in 5, it's Freeman of Northumberland and Durham. That start has made the difference for Leah Whittaker. She'll take the touch, 28.54 ahead of Freeman, 29.44 with Ford 3rd, 29.79. They are your official results of heat number 8. We now move on to heat number 9. Here is your start list. In 0, Harris goes for Poole. In 1, Tinsley for University of Stirling. 2, Dilly for Millfield. 3, Hodgson for Leeds. 4, Dawson for Stirling. 5, Avramova for Ealing. 6, Whitcomb, Samwell. 7, Fowler, Team Bath. 8, Garrett, City of Manchester Aquatics. And 9, Camsell, Mount Kelly. There is no swimmer in lane 2. No Evie Dilly in this one. Going well down in 0 for the best start. Once again, it is lane 0 and it's Harris of Poole. Halle Harris got off well, but now that they're up and into the swimming, it's lane 4's Kathleen Dawson leading the way. That high turnover stroke, she's pulling away from the rest of the field, and she will take this one. Behind her, fighting it out for second, it is Avramova and Hodgson. Avramova 29.40, exactly a second behind Kathleen Dawson there, with Kyrgios Hodgson of Leeds in third, 29.47. They are your official results of heat number 9. That was your final heat. We now move on to our next event, the men's multi-class 50 meters backstroke. It won't be our last swim because there will be a rerun of that heat 8 of the 50 freestyle, but the start list for this one is Lyndon Longhorn, lane 4, Northumberland and Durham Performance. So in the multi-class 50 meters backstroke, it's only open to classifications S1 to S5. Lyndon Longhorn swims in the S4 classification. He is the British record holder at 50.12. He set that at the Paralympic Games in Tokyo, where he was part of the squad. And he holds pretty much every British record there is to hold in this classification. The world record holder in this is Roman Zdanov of Russia. 40.99 is that very quick world record. Lyndon won't be looking to that, but he could challenge his own British record. He's coming in now to touch the wall. 51.91. The swim for the morning. That result is now confirmed, and we do have that one bonus event for you. That will be the rerun of Heat 8 of the men's 50 meters freestyle. Obviously, the swimmers will need to be regrouped because this wasn't in their schedule. That will be our next event. It will be our last event of this first heat session of day 6. And we will bring you that action very shortly.
swimmer. 1 minute left if you want to swim in this relay. So you've got 1 minute left if you want to go in a rerun of what was heat number 8. It should know as heat number 12. It was the original heat number 8. As you remember, there was another sound went up at the start. If you want to swim in the rerun of that heat, you've got less than a minute to get yourself into poolside. At the minute, we've got 3 swimmers. Officials just checking who we've got. We've got some more to grades 1, 2 and 3, which I think are Lucas, Luke and Burke. I'm trying to get confirmation of that. I've seen they've been looking for their original line. But we should be going fairly quickly.
This is the rerun of heat number 8. Just 3 swimmers. In 1, Lucas Brown of Elgin. In 2, Luke Tunstall, Mount Kelly. In 3, Burke Emer Parker of Plymouth Leander. Through 25 metres together with a slight advantage. It is the swimmer in the middle, Tunstall of Mount Kelly. He's come in to take the touch. He will get it 23.87, 24.17 for Parker and 24.34 for Brown. Well, that session had everything, didn't it? That was our first heat session of day 6. We will be back shortly for our next heat session. So thank you for joining us. Our next heat session will start at 1 p.m. and it will have the men's 800 meters freestyle heats. They will be heat declared winner. So join us back here at 1 o'clock for those. Until then, thank you for joining us and we will see you very soon. Goodbye for now.
City of Peterborough, Basildon Phoenix, Bracknell, Mount Kelly and City of Sheffield to the University because we have got some with the potential for 2 swim-offs altogether. Thank you. So those swim-offs will take place, I believe, at 1 o'clock. So we've now ended this session. Officials, you can now leave the poolside. And we have potentially some swim-offs that will take place at 1 o'clock before the 800 metres. So that concludes this morning's swimming. A big thank you, as always, to our officials who can now leave the poolside. Thank you.
Feeling that cost of living crunch? Labara are here to help.
All I want is great customer service and network, but for less.
That's why Labara gives you 15 gigabytes of 5G data and unlimited UK minutes and text for just £10 a month. Plus, no contract, change or cancel anytime.
An excellent customer service.
So what's stopping you joining the bill-busting revolution? Labara. More for less.
Half the town screaming out in vain, the other half is fake, but everybody's singing along. It's okay, we'll all soon be gone. Hey, what's the matter with the bride?